Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome to Command Power, the show in which we discuss all things Magic the Gathering with a focus on Commander.
And welcome to another episode of our card spotlight series in which I highlight a card that I think should see more play in Commander. But before that, just a quick reminder to click subscribe if you enjoy my videos. We're well on our way to 1 million subscribers and your support means everything to me. And today we're going to be talking about Eomer, King of Rohan. For 3 colors, 1 red and 1 white, it's a legendary creature, human noble 2/2 with double strike. And Eomer, King of Rohan, enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each other human you control. When Eomer enters the battlefield, target player becomes the monarch, and Eomer deals damage equal to its power to any target. Boy oh boy is this an interesting one from the command zone. It represents so much damage out of nowhere and so easily. It just seems like a really strong build around. Having a lot of humans in play is easier than ever these days. There's so many tokens and effects that make humans, and this guy can just come out of nowhere and deal so much direct damage to someone's face that it might instantly win you the game on the spot. As well, it also makes you the monarch, which is something that's always helpful and good in Commander, and on top of everything else, that's just a nice little bonus to have there. But it can be even better if you give it haste, which is super easy in these colors. Suddenly it's going to be hitting for a ton of damage. Double strike is really good, and if you can give this trample, which again is easy in these colors, you can KO 2 people out of nowhere if you have enough humans on the board. So there's a bunch of cards that are going to work really well with this, but I'm going to highlight a couple that I think are really interesting. There's one we talked about recently, which is Nahiri's Resolve. This works perfectly with this card because it's going to give it haste, which is something you want to be doing, and then you can exile it at the end of your turn and bring it back into play next upkeep for it to deal all the damage again and then get haste once again. You can even exile any other humans you have with ETBs to get more value out of them. It's just a really sweet card in this deck because it works with everything that Eomer wants to be doing. Another interesting choice, and one that I just had an amazing game with today, is Call the Coppercoats. This card can create so many humans at instant speed. I just had a game where my opponents were going off with Avengers of Zendikar and on one side and Chatterfang on the other side, and I played Call the Coppercoats in response to all of those effects after they'd flooded the board, and I got like 56 tokens for 5 mana. Obviously your mileage will vary, that is not a typical scenario, but you can get a lot of tokens out with this, and then that can just deal so much damage to your opponents. And since Call the Coppercoats is at instant speed, you can wait till the end step of the opponent just before you to cast it, and then it can be really surprising and very hard to deal with for your opponents. And finally, another card that's going to work really well with this commander is City on Fire. This is a new card, and it's going to triple the damage that all of your sources do. Since you're probably playing a bunch of tokens anyway, you can tap those tokens, which are probably just sitting around not doing much, to get yourself a really cheap City on Fire, and then play Eomer after that to get a ton of counters from your tokens and deal triple the damage that it normally would with its ETB, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm actually really excited about this commander and thinking about making a deck tech with him. What do you think? Would you like to see that kind of deck tech? Let me know in the comments section below. So there you have it. Those have been my thoughts on this new spoiler. What do you think about this card? Please let me know in the comments section below. I read all comments and respond to all of them too. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like or subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until next time, take care. Woo!